Okay guys, welcome back to another episode, and today we're kind of doing something that's a little bit spur of the moment. I had something else planned for this week's video, but I saw a good deal on this head unit and decided that we were going to put one in the Impreza, and we're going to kind of do a little bit of a how-to today. Now I don't know how in-depth I will get on how this is done. There's actually like 0 videos on YouTube of people installing this into an RS that I can find, at least. So hopefully this will help you guys and you'll have a better understanding of how to do it. So we're going to go over the things that you need. Now there's a lot of stuff on this table, but we'll get into it and talk about the extra things that I'm going to be doing. So first of all, you need the head unit. You'll need one that'll fit into the stock location if that's what you're planning on doing. So this is the JVC. Here's the part number and everything. Now I was going to go with the Sony AX1000, which is what I have in my Duramax, but apparently they don't make it anymore, so I had to go with this. Now this was about $75 more expensive than the AX1000, and it doesn't have a couple of the features that I want, but I figured this is better than having nothing but the stock radio. So this is the head unit itself. It is a double din. I don't believe it's a full-size double din because it's pretty thin. This is everything that comes with it from here over. So you got your screws, your different harnesses. I'm not really sure what this is for. The faceplate, which I don't think that we'll need. You got your microphone, which I also don't need, so I'm gonna ignore that. And then on the back we have a few things. I believe this one is for Sirius XM. This is our USB port, which I don't really like this because that means I'm gonna have to mount this somewhere. On the Sony unit in my truck, it has a USB port in the front face, which I really like that a lot better. And then you have this, which is for a sub. We're not doing that. And then you got some wires here for, I would assume, a backup camera. This one matches that, so I would assume that goes there. Parking switch, not really sure, but we'll get into that. So that's pretty much everything that it comes with. Overall, so far, I'm okay with it. Not as happy with it as I was with the Sony AX1000, but this will have to do. Now, the next thing that you'll need, if you do not want to splice into your factory harness wiring for the radio, you're gonna need this. So this is the Metra 70-8901. I bought this at Best Buy. It was $16. You can also get it on Amazon, and it has wiring diagram sort of thing on the back, which I ripped through like an idiot, but here it is. This is gonna have everything you need, and these will basically plug into the back of the, or not plug, but we'll wire those up into the actual radio harness itself, and that is good because we do not want to splice into the factory harness. Now if you guys notice, I also have this over here. This might not apply to you, but it does apply to me, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this today, but I may in the future. This is the wiring harness for the compass pack that I have installed in the car. If you guys saw one of my previous videos about the compass pack, you'll know that it is installed, but it is not wired up, so it does not work. So I may look into this and see about getting this wired up as well while I'm in there. So basically all you need, if you're just doing the radio, you'll need the head unit itself, and then you'll need one of these. All in all, I spent I think it was right around $400 for all this, so a little bit pricey, a little more than I wanted to spend. First thing that we're gonna do is hop in the car and get the old head unit out and get the trim piece out and do a little bit of test fitting and see how everything looks, and then we'll start wiring everything up. We are gonna get in here and get this stock radio out. Now to do that, you're gonna have to remove some of the things in here. And you can pretty much take out this entire center console with nothing but a Phillips and a flathead. We don't need to remove the console, we really just need to remove this e-brake surround and the shifter bezel, and then we'll be able to get the radio bezel out. Pretty sure the radio bezel will come out just like this, but I kind of just want to pull everything just to do it the right way. So we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Staring at the sun in my eyes.
Alright, and there we have the old, crusty, and dusty head unit. Alright, so basically what we're doing here is seeing if these factory brackets will work, which that might be spot on first try. There's no way I did that first try. Wow. I'm just the best. I bought it first try, dude. Basically what I did, the stock radio, when you pull it out, is going to have these mounting brackets. That's where you unscrew the 4 screws to remove the radio itself. And it's going to have, actually here, I'll show you. Stock radio has these brackets right here. There's going to be one on this side and then one on this side. What I did was I unscrewed this plate from the factory radio and then put this plate on. Now you're only going to be able to use 2 mounting screws because this is a lot shorter than the factory unit. So you're only going to be able to use 2 mounting screws. But I mean, I'll go ahead and show you guys if you plan on doing this same exact setup. This is the location of my 2 screws. And basically I just took a guess, put the plate on, screwed it in, and it ended up lining up literally perfect on the first try. So love when that happens. So let's go ahead, and now that everything is test fit good, I'm going to tighten these bolts up, and then we're going to head over and start doing all of the wiring for the radio. Okay, so we're going to go over this wiring a little bit here. Now this is the tricky part that really gets a lot of people concerned, but I'm going to try to break this down as simple as I possibly can. Now essentially it doesn't matter what car, what make, model, whatever, all of the colors are pretty much going to be the same from the head unit to the car itself. So if you look, my head unit came with 2 separate plugs. So this one is going to be for all of the speakers. Now speaker wires are usually this purple, gray, white, and green, and there's going to be 2 for each speaker. So this one, I don't know exactly which one is which, but let's just say, for example, this green one is going to be for the right front speaker. This white one will be for the left front speaker. This purple one would be for the back left speaker, and this gray one would be for the back right. And then if you look on what will be coming from the car, you will notice that we have 2 greens, 2 purples, 2 whites, and 2 grays. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. But basically that's all going to match up. Let me scoot them all out the way to show you guys. Alright, so I've got everything a little bit more organized. Alright, so again, if you look over here, we're going to have a green, and then a green and black, and then a white, and then a white and black, gray, gray and black, purple, purple and black. So there's going to be 2 for each speaker. And then if you look on our main wire and harness that will be coming from the car, we will have a gray and gray and black, white, white and black, purple, purple and black, green, green and black. So all of these wires right here are going to match up color to color on this part of the harness. And then if you look, what that leaves us with on the car harness, we have black, red, yellow, blue, orange. And if you look here, we have black, red, yellow, blue, and orange. So everything literally is going to match up color to color, and it's really hard to screw it up. Now I'm pretty sure it's going to be like this on every single car ever, but obviously that's a very broad statement. But in my experience, this is the second time I've done this. It was the same way on my Duramax as it was, or as it's going to be on this car. So I'm just assuming that it's going to be the same. And if it's not, then your harness adapter is going to come with this wiring label. So every color is going to be labeled to a different thing. And also, your head unit is going to come with an instruction manual, and there's going to be a wiring diagram in here as well. So if you get these two and the colors don't match up at all, then you would just compare this diagram to the diagram that is inside or that came with your head unit, and it's just as simple as that. We're gonna go into a little time lapse of this, and then I'll show you guys the finished product.
So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to focus everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, far from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been staring at the sun,
Alright, so here we go. Here's the finished product. I decided to tape the two sides up separately just to make it a little bit cleaner and I wouldn't have one big old lump of wiring. I'm pretty sure that is everything that we need, so we can go ahead and get this head unit installed in the car and test it out. Alright, so just to give you guys a little bit of a closer look, here's the wiring harness that we just merged together, and then this is the factory wiring harness. Right here is where we're going to be plugging ours into. We're going to plug it in right there, and then the other end, these two will go into the back of the unit, and I believe that is it. So I'm going to get everything hooked up, and then we're going to turn it on and see if it works. Okay, I believe I have everything wired up, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the key. It is on. Okay, so it turned on, which is great. So we got everything hooked up. The phone is plugged in for CarPlay. I got some non-copyright music so I don't get freaking flagged by YouTube. I can already go ahead and tell you, man, I don't like this touchscreen volume at all. Everything seems to be working, so I'm gonna get everything put back together and we'll check out the finished product. Everything's all installed. The fit looks pretty good. I can't really get it with the lighting that I have right now, but this JVC unit actually fits really well, and we got to do one more thing before we end the video. Go ahead and pull that bad boy off. Just wanted to show you guys how incredibly easy it is to do this. I was unable to find any videos on YouTube of somebody installing a double din into a 93 or a 98 to 01 Impreza. I would assume it would be the same 93 to 97. You just have a little bit more differences with the dash, but I would check the fitment. Just get a tape measure and look at it and see if it'll work for you. But if you have a 98 to 01 and you're just looking for the easiest way possible and you want to do it exactly like I did, grab this unit and the harness adapter. I'll put links to both of those in the description. I basically wanted to just kind of show you guys how to do this, and hopefully you guys learned a little bit. This is now my second double din install, so I'm pretty confident now, but I'm glad everything went smooth. I'm glad everything fit right. I'm glad I didn't end up having to buy a dash kit or whatever to like the mounting brackets to make it fit properly. You can just use the factory ones, no problem. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and I'll see you next week.